In this chair yoga practice, we'll be focused on the muscles that support the shoulder movements. These are so important because unlike the hip, where the femur, the top of the thigh bone, is completely enclosed in the strength of bone, there's only a contact with the humerus, the head of the arm bone, in shoulders. So it's the muscles that encapsulate the humerus and create stability in that joint. In this practice, we'll be using 2 chairs, and for one segment, we'll be standing. We'll begin seated on the chair. Turn to your right on the chair seat. Take your left foot back. Balance yourself first. Take your left arm forward. Spread your fingers to engage the muscles of the arms. Pull back. That's a retraction of your shoulder. Take the arm up and notice that it might get kind of stuck before you go to the full range of motion. Instead, reach your arm forward, way forward. That's a protraction of the shoulder. Take your arm up, and it's a little bit more accessible. Find the sweet spot, that place right in the middle. You want to engage the muscles, but still extend so that you've got lots of freedom in the movement. Try that on the left side. Turn yourself to the opposite side with the left toes forward, the right foot back. Retract first. Take your arm up, just explore, and notice it's a little challenging with the shoulder retracted. Now do the opposite, really reach forward. And take your arm up. Now find control in the movement. So somewhere between the retraction and the full protraction, can you find a nice stable place for you as you reach your arm up and release your hand down. Now we'll come to a standing position. Hold on to the chair seat, step back. So you're in downward facing dog, holding onto the chair seat. Release your head. Keep a nice lifting quality in the shoulders. Now look forward. Place your right hand right in the middle of the chair seat. Take your left hand on top of it. Bend your elbows slightly so that the head can freely draw down. Notice the engagement that you feel in the muscles. And now hold on to the chair seat on both sides. Maybe you can even step yourself further back, but it's not entirely necessary. We'll do that again, placing the left hand right in the middle of the chair seat. Take your right hand right on top of it, bend your elbows slightly so there's room for your head to release. Press firmly, almost like you're pulling your hands back toward your shoulders. You're pulling back to engage the muscles. Now release and take your forearms down to the chair seat. Take your hands in a prayer position. Walk your feet back slightly. And in the same way, release your head down. Keep pressing the hands in this prayer position. Release your head. Walk your feet toward the chair seat. And come to sit down. Sit forward on your chair seat. Turn yourself to the right side. Draw your left foot back. Come to this high lunge again. This time, take your left arm up as we did before. Pat yourself on the back with the hands pressing to the back. Internally rotate your right arm and just slide it to the back so that the back of your hand is pressing. You're lifting your left elbow up toward the sky as you are pressing your right hand and perhaps even lifting it up a little bit closer to the left hand. Really opening the chest nicely. One arm is going into a nice external rotation. The lower arm, the right arm, is internally rotating. So you're able to get a 2-for-1 in that pose. You can release and turn yourself to the left side. Walk your right foot back. Take your right arm up. Bend your right elbow. Press the palm of your hand to your back. Take your left hand behind you. Press the back of the hand, left hand. See if you can sneak the left hand a little closer to the right hand. As you do, open the chest, lift from the right armpit to the elbow. Maybe you can slide the left hand a little bit closer up. And release your arms down. Turn the right foot to the right. Keep your left foot pressing down. Come to a modification of warrior pose number 2. So as you do, with your right toes turned out, we'll do a variation to this warrior 2 pose. Take your right arm forward, reach it way forward, take it up. Now reach it to the right side. Let gravity just help you in the pose. Keeping that, take your right forearm down. Release your left forearm forward and up. Now take the arm over your head. Come out of the pose and straighten your right leg. Take your right hand somewhere to the shin. Take your left arm forward and up. And reach your left arm over your head. So you get this nice elongation of the side body, a variation of triangle pose. Inhale, take yourself out of the pose. Step your right foot forward. Turn your left foot out with the ankle roughly right under your knee. Take your left arm up. Reach it out, palm facing up. To come to a strong warrior 2 pose. If you'd like to lift your opposite arm, feel free to do that. Release your left forearm down. Take your right arm up and over. Inhale, come out of the pose, straighten your left leg. And as you do, inch your left hand down toward your foot. Take your right arm up and over. So rather than moving the arms to the sides, by protracting the arm with this by reaching forward, you can get so much more movement in the shoulder joint. Inhale and rise up. Come out of the pose. Step your feet nice and wide apart with your feet parallel to each other. Take your right hand to your left shin. Bend your right elbow. Draw your right elbow down. Lift yourself up. Take your left hand to the outer right shin. Bend your left elbow and reach down. Let your exhale breath take you a little bit deeper into the pose. As the elbow reaches down, get this nice length to the side body. Rise up. Step your feet hip distance apart. With your feet hip distance apart, take your arms up. Slide your right elbow under your left. See if you can pull the hands in toward each other, maybe even making a prayer pose with the hands. Drop your hands to the left. Draw your right ear to the right shoulder. Just allow a nice elongation of that muscle. Try to keep the elbows lifted and rise up. And release your hands and just turn your head to just discover how the length in the side muscle on the left side creates a little bit more freedom in the movement of the neck. Now take your left elbow under your right. See if you can pull the hands in toward each other, maybe even coming to that prayer position. Now move the elbows to your right. Take your left ear a little closer to your left shoulder. Just pause here as you feel the stretch on the right side. And release your arms. And turn your head and notice the freedom in that movement. And bring your head back to look forward. Hold on to the back of your chair. As you hold on to the back of the chair, slight bend to your elbows, so you're retracting the shoulder blades. You're drawing them, the inside of the shoulder blades in toward each other. Now, as if you're trying to pull the hands apart from one another, strong action. You're pulling the sides of the chair away. Maybe you can even go deeper. Maybe you can even hold on to the back of the chair. And in the same way, you're pulling the hands away from each other while your arms are in extension. Now release out of that pose. Take your feet up on your second chair. Close your eyes. Reflect and assimilate the actions that we did. These arm movements that help you bring your awareness to the muscles that support shoulder movement, shoulder flexibility, and shoulder engagement. come to a very easeful breath. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.